Everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Craft Designs. I'm coming by today for probably my last Halloween video for this year. I've got some Primo in the orange, some, I believe it's the Primo Accents white translucent, and just because that's what I had available, and some of the souffle, whatever the brown one is. I don't know what it's called. And I've just rolled them out into snakes and stacked them up against each other with the translucent in the middle. This is, again, the Primo Accents white translucent that I've rolled out on my thinnest setting. These are called glittering snowflakes. I've really tried my best to find it, but I don't even know what brand it is. It's made by the Unilever Corporation. I think it's just the cellophane flake glitter that you can get. Okay. Got that, and then I've got the Martha Stewart leaf glitter. I've used this for years and I actually like it. And then I've got this, that's the Polyflake, yeah, I don't even know what it's called. It's the clear glitter, but it's the one that's got a gold reflection. The other one is called Violet, but I don't even see a name on this one. Anyway, so I'm going to start with the translucent layer. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit, a little bit less than that. And I'm going to try to keep it in little diagonal lines if I can. If you can't, no big deal. Okay, I'm just going to try to get it to mostly lay down. And then I'm going to do the same thing This is called Fire Opal. How weird is that? And this one is called let me put on my better set of eyes. Brownstone. So just a tiny bit of each. Then I'm just going to take this Polyflake glitter, and it really comes out way too fast. Okay. Something just like that. Then I'm gonna take these little snakes, whatever we're gonna call them, I cut them in half. And stack them next to each other. Nothing like having stuff right in the way. Then I'm just going to roll over it. Then I'm going to run it through my pasta machine. And I'm just going to do it on the 4. Then I'm going to fold it in half. And again, I'm going to run it through in this same direction. Although it doesn't want to stick together. That souffle was really dry. As you can tell. And I'm going to do that a few more times. Yeah, one more ought to be enough. Okay, this is one of the little texture, I don't know what you'd call it, a texture sheet. It's from Cool Tools, and they do have them in various sizes. So, I've shown this before, but you can't really see that right now, but trust me, it's got little pumpkin faces. Okay, so just gonna flatten those ends out a little bit. And I'm gonna grab another one. There, you might be able to see it just a little bit better this time. They're really cute. And after they're baked, we'll antique them a little bit so that that really stands out. Okay. That one didn't actually tape very well. There we go. Okay, on the leftovers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to form them back together. Okay, just pushing them back together. Then I'm going to roll back into a snake. Now, with this, you could either turn it into a torpedo bead. That might be interesting. Or I could do a cabochon. But I think I'm going to do the torpedo bead. Okay. Get a little sharper point on that end. Now, on these torpedo beads, I usually put a hole I'll put a hole from side to side. Again, just kind of wallowing the hole out a bit just to make it a little larger. Okay, that'll be really pretty. It's got a lot of glitter down below the layers that you'll be able to see once it's baked. Okay, now on these cylinder beads, just because of the nature of the way they're rolled, they can be difficult to put a hole through. So again, I'll start just by spinning them slowly on the pin while pushing them down on the pin shaft. Sometimes a stray piece of glitter will make you think that the pin is coming through, but it really wasn't. Okay. Again, spinning them on the palm of my hand does flatten that texture out just the least little bit. And I can already see shining on my face where I got that glitter on me, huh? Alright, I'll just continue on and finish those up. And then I'll bake them at 275 for an hour. Okay, here's the torpedo bead out of the oven, and you can see how glittery it is. So pretty. It's got a lot of translucent up here at the top. Okay, and here are the beads. And I also coated them with a coat of the glossy Varathane and allowed it to dry. Then I put some of the Deco Art Media Antiquing Cream in the black. It's the carbon black. And again, let that dry. So, I've just got a dry baby wipe that I'm just squirting it down with a little bit of alcohol. I'm going to wipe these down. Don't want to rub too vigorously and rub everything away. Maybe time for some new pens. Okay, so the black did stay in the recesses, but you really can't tell that there are any faces or anything necessarily. So let's try cleaning that a little bit more. If nothing else, I want that glitter to shine through again. Now the glitter does shine through a little bit more. It's no longer a glossy surface now that we've put the alcohol on the outside. So I will recoat it with a coat of the Varathane, but I really wanted those faces to shine through, but they really just don't. I could try putting no, I was gonna say I could try putting some of the Prima wax and just hitting the high spots, but I really don't. I don't think they stand up enough. So I know you hear all the time not to shake your varnish glaze, but I do it anyway. And I need new brushes so bad. I'm terrible on my brushes. I'm worse on the brushes than the acrylic paint is. And if you don't know, acrylic paint is really hard on your brushes. Okay. They say not to shake your varnish because you don't want it to have bubbles. But I don't find the bubbles to be near as big a problem as if you don't shake it, because all varnishes all varnishes are inherently glossy. They add a matting agent to the ones that are matte. So those in particular you really need to stir up and stir from the bottom. But the gloss, I just want it shook up. And really the bubbles dissipate very, very quickly, so shaking it isn't really a problem. Now, if it were thicker, that might be a problem. Now, keep in mind that the varnish is still wet. Alright, so I'm going to take the black off the rest of these and glaze them, and then I'll be back. Okay, here they are. I don't know what happened to the first part of when I did this video, but anyway. Some of them are more glittery than others. This one right here, you can really see where that translucent, transparent glitter really takes on the color of whatever you're adding it to. This one has a little more of the larger cellophane flakes and the Martha Stewart glitter. Okay, so what I usually do when I do just a random bit of beads like this is I'll have a bead box that I'll just fill up with random bits of beads, and I'll pull these out when I need something to inspire me to get to work. These are the same rolled inclusion technique. I've got these that are the glitter beads. These that are also a rolled inclusion. These that are a, I think what they call a watercolor, a variation on a watercolor technique. Cabochons with the rolled inclusion technique. Then I've got some others that I did a while back ago. This is also a rolled inclusion. A variation on a lentil bead that I just turned into a cabochon. And you'll see what I'm talking about how that translucent, transparent glitter takes on the color of whatever you put behind it or around it. This one is just a, I believe this was tinted with that, may have been the wasabi color. These were another of the rolled inclusion that I did with a black and a gold. And some gold glitter. These were the remnants of the faux raku, my variation of the faux raku that I did the little owl pendant. So just lots of different. These were the scraps left over from my version of the labradorite, full labradorite, that really didn't turn out well. But just so you'll see, when you need some inspiration or you just need an idea of where to go next, if you'll have a box of beads like this, beads, cabochons, that one would be really pretty for a pendant. If you could see, like I can see, the flash that you get by turning it different directions is really pretty. Okay, so just have a box of beads. Have a box of just stuff to work with. And you can constantly be inspired for what to do next. This was also a piece of faux abalone in a different color variation. This one was a blue. Okay, so this is another one of the cool tools, texture stamps, and it's a faux bamboo texture stamp, which really was too small for what I wanted. So when you're choosing a texture stamp, pay attention to the scale of the texture stamp. If you got any inspiration at all from this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I do have my social media links listed below. I've got an Etsy shop with all my jewelry. I've got an Amazon affiliate link that I get a little bit of kickback from. just to help my channel grow. Very little. I just started a Patreon, and please bear with me. I'm very new to it. I'm trying to add more stuff to it. So if you want to join, feel free. I also just started a Facebook group where I'm going to try selling some of my jewelry at auction style. So please feel free to join that too. Alright? All I can say is bye for now.